Hey guys, Soul Level here, and I just wanted to make an unscripted video talking about my hopes and my predictions of what we're gonna see in terms of new monsters being added in the 2.0 update for Monster Hunter Rise. Now, before we get into the video, there are a couple of things I want to say. First of all, I want to apologize for the fact that it has been a while since my last, big, analytical video. I currently am taking a break from doing those because at the moment I'm really not seeing that much return on investment for those because I put in so much work into those, and I haven't really gained any subs or gotten many likes from those. So but don't worry, they will be coming back. And I actually already have a script written for one of them. But yeah, so sorry about that. Taking a break from those, but don't worry, they will come back. And also, I just wanted to say that Monster Hunter Rise. That isn't a big analytical video I want to do, but I think I want to wait a little bit before I make that big analytical review type video. But I will say that I am absolutely in love with the game. I have beaten it. I'm currently in the end game, just playing it and just enjoying, and it is amazing. It might just be the best Monster Hunter. I mean, at least in terms of mechanics and just everything, just locations and style and just I think that this, when everything is said and done, I think that this really has the potential to be the best Monster Hunter ever. But with that out of the way, let's get into the main topic of this video. If you're a Monster Hunter fan, then I think it goes without saying that you want as many cool monsters as possible to return. But for this video, we're simply just going to focus on this first update, the 2.0 update, and we already have two monsters confirmed. So we have Chameleos, which is an Elder Dragon, and then we have Apex Rathalos, and then after that, all we know is that there are going to be several other monsters. Now, several, I mean, this has to mean at least three others, but we don't know how many other ones that there are going to be in this first update. So it could be it could be anything, really. It could be any number, which is crazy. I mean, and then we also know that the Hunter rank is getting uncapped, which most likely means that we'll be able to go to 999 Hunter rank or beyond if they're gonna do something like that. But really, so what am I hoping for? What do I think is actually gonna happen in this first update? So my hopes is I really want to see the big versions of some of the little monsters that are in the game right now. So for example, there's Zamtrios. We have Zamites in the game, but no Zamtrios. We Agnactor. We have Eruptor in the game, but no Agnactor. We have Pasarios, and he's, even though he's a big monster, he's still the baby because there's Gravios after that. And there's also Jagresses, and there's no Great Jagras. So I want to see those return. I doubt that that'll happen in this first update. And then I want more Elder Dragons. And if I'm being honest, I think that that's what's actually gonna happen in this first update, because currently there are only 2 Elder Dragons in the game. And I'm not gonna show them because spoilers. But these 2 Elder Dragons, without going into too much detail or spoilers, one of them you only can fight in a rampage, and the other one is has its own special arena, which is great. I love the Elder Dragons that have their own special arenas, but we really, there's only 2 of them, and we really need some that are just roaming around the maps too. So what I really think is going to happen in this first update is I think it's mostly going to be Elder Dragons. So I think we're going to be seeing stuff like Kirin, Teostra, Kushala Daora. I mean, those are the pretty standard ones that are in every game. And you know, maybe Nergigante will make a return. Maybe, you know, I mean, we already have Chameleos confirmed, but you know, maybe Lunastra as well. I mean, or maybe some of the other roaming ones like Velkhana maybe, or Namiel. You know, like there's a ton of possibilities here. And I think that's what's really going to happen. I think it's going to be like all Elder Dragons because, you know, even though I want like those bigger versions of like the other monsters that, or of like the smaller monsters that are just in the game without their bigger versions, I think it's unlikely that we're going to get a lot of those right now. Because I was actually watching a video by Rage Gaming about this, and he made some really good points. He basically said that, you know, right now, like he thinks that if they were to add those monsters in, right, like because most of those monsters like Tetsukabra, Agnactor, Great Jagras, like all those that have like the little versions in but not the big version, are all the big versions of those monsters are they're like, in terms of difficulty, they're like low to mid tier difficulty, right? So it wouldn't really make that much sense to add those in unless they, like, in this first update, because, you know, like, unless they made them more difficult somehow, or like, you know, elevated them to like a higher tier of difficulty. But you know, because he was basically saying like it would make more sense if they were like part of like the initial G rank lineup, like when that happens in the future. And I think he's right, but I think that there is a way that they could add those in and still make them, you know, more difficult, but you know, and then have them still as like have their like G rank versions later. But we'll just have to see. Another, how could I mention that? I mean, I don't know if this will happen in this first update, but Lagiacrus needs to make a comeback, because, I mean, come on. Lagiacrus, he was done dirty in World, you know, because, like, that was, like, one of the first monsters that they showed, and we thought that we were getting him, and lo and behold, with that old engine and how much they were pushing World graphically, there were, like, technical issues, and they could not get Lagiacrus in, but since we're on Rise, and they're using the new, you know, the Resident Evil engine, it's, you know, and we have Leviathans back and everything, Lagiacrus definitely needs to return at some point. I don't care if it's this update, I don't care if it's in G rank or in an update of G rank, just, it needs to happen at some point, okay? Because he was done dirty. Our boy was done dirty. But I mean, if you guys have seen my ranking video of ranking the flagships, then you'll know that Gore Magala is one of my absolute favorite monsters, and he's my favorite flagship monster as well. And I think that it would make perfect sense for Gore Magala and Shagaru Magala as well to return, because, you know, we have Apex's back, and the whole thing with Gore Magala with Monster Hunter 4 is that, because that's where Monster Hunter 4 and 4 Ultimate was where Apex monsters were introduced, and the whole thing is that a monster that would get the Frenzy Virus from Gore Magala, you know, if it was weak, it would die, but if it was strong, it would survive the Frenzy Virus, and it would become an Apex monster. Now that we have Apex monsters back again, it just makes perfect sense, lore-wise, that Gore Magala and Shagaru Magala would come back. And I think that that would be a perfect monster in this first update, like, both of those together, because Shagaru is an Elder, and we need more Elders, and Gore Magala is, you know, a high-tier monster, so it makes perfect sense. But to wrap up, yeah, I think it's mostly going to be Elder Dragon focus in this first update, but who knows? I could be wrong. But anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of this short little podcast-style video. What do you guys want to see in this first update? You know, like let's get a discussion going in the comments below. What do you want to see return in this first update? What monsters? You know, or hell, just even beyond that, what monsters do you want to see return in Rise, period? You know, I mean, I know that's very long term, but just like I'm very interested to see what other people have to say. So, you know, let's get a discussion going in the comments. And yeah, that being said, please do me a huge favor by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. But other than that, I will see you guys next time. Happy hunting, and peace out.